welcome back to the Purple Doors Midweek Magick on this Witchy Wednesday. We are here today just kicking back. It's now spring. We are getting into just the beauty of the cherry blossoms here in the district. We are seeing a lot of green and tulips and daffodils blossoming all over the city this time of the year, which is lovely. I am personally taking the time out to do some, self-care, nature walks, a little bit of, just taking time to myself to mentally prepare for the sun that's coming back, that has come back, that is intensifying this season and getting a lot of us in a place where we are highly aware of our body, our mind, and our spirit, just the absolute trinity. So today on Midweek Magick, I wanted to focus on a J and a Jim today because I didn't get a chance to share some properties of the stones that I have in my possession and also the herbs that we partake of. Right now, my husband is in the middle of a growth season. So we haven't harvested. We'll be harvesting probably the end of the spring, beginning of the summer. And what I'm burning right now is some Palo Santos. So good. Clears the space of any negative energy in the room. It is a stick and like an incense stick that is so amazing. And of course, the white sage bundle sage stick for smudging, and the lovely incense that I burn at any given time. But like I was saying, today we're going to get on and combine a J and a Jim that I wanted to share with you all on Saturday, which I will do another update of what the stone of the week is. And the stone of the week, my beautiful, beautiful souls, is citrine. It is citrine. Citrine is a beautiful, clear, like quartz orange, sort of at the bottom, like the color of the sun. It is a stone that gives a lot of good energy, motivating energy, creative energy. It supports your solar plexus within your chakras. That is the place within your body that is like your joy spot. That is the core of your joy. That is what your spark is. That is how you're motivated throughout whatever it is that you are in tune with throughout your day, however you serve in your life. Citrine is clearing, it's motivating again, and it gives you a creative flex. It makes you, it sparks that creative energy within. Citrine, again, is also supports the crown chakra. So not only the solar plexus, but also your crown. So while you are in your joy and in your purpose space, and you are very, very aligned and attuned with what it is that you are expressing or whatever your desires are manifesting, it goes directly to that crown place of enlightenment. It expands. I know that a lot of the time what is associated with the crown is the indigo stone, or even a, what is it? Or even a what is the stone? Why is it? I'm drawing a blank. Forgive me. Ooh, it starts with an L, and it's gonna come to me. Lavender. I'm not lavender, not lavender. amethyst. Every time I think about that, I'm like amethyst and lavender, they just like go together. But it's the amethyst can also support, of course, the crown, indigo, and citrine. What it supports for what the focus part is like moving the dream into reality, acting on the next steps of your life, what you desire in your life. It is a stone that is acting on the next steps again and releasing the need for perfection. This stone, I was called to it this afternoon because I'm like, I don't really know what I truly want to come into the space with during this week, but it's definitely talking about how and what stones have supported me and what I've needed throughout this week or this 2 weeks cycle. I always like to look at, a new charge or a new driven, aspect, or how I am driving another aspect of my life in 2 week cycles. So this stone, the citrine, I was called to it this week for just a little boost of energy. There's a lot of things that I am having to focus on with a lot of projects that I'm working on, let alone the ultimate space of uh, creating and cultivating and gardening in spaces. So that is has been a treasure to support me in thinking about that, in preparing myself uh, for this work that is to come in April, in the season of Aries, which is Mars energy, driven energy. Like, what is your drive? But at the same time, knowing that you release that because what is true to the core, which is your solar plexus, right? Which is what this stone ultimately represents. It releases all that is not needed, and it releases the idea of needing to perfect things. We're not doing that here at all. And ever and however I show up is how I am in this space with you all. And I think you all know that. I am a creative and I am moved by spirit. I am downloaded always. And that's why a lot of the time, I have other tools that support me, which are my herbs. And so that being said, this J of the week, I'm not even going to lie and tell you I know what it is this week, but what and how it has been supporting me is just kind of calming things down, um, and really helping me to hyper focus on what it is that I need to get through. And whether it's, just life things, like things within my life. My son this week is on spring break. So needing to like orchestrate and adjust to everyday school stuff, but then that coming sort of slowing up, of course, although we still stay on school routines and reading every single day and writing something, um, to stay driven, to stay creative, to stay imaginative, not just shut off, not just turn into bed rotting, just really be receptive. And so this citron stone has really helped not only me, but my family this week too. So it is easy to get caught up in manifestations of our dreams, right? And we envision them as if they've already arrived, forgetting to participate in the process. This is a process. I show up, spirit supports my next steps. Come up to a challenge, it's what I turn into a step for me to adjust, move forward in my greatness. And then these actions require us to be confidently decisive. Not an easy request with the endless options at our fingertips. All these tools that we have to support us, right? You know, we use these tools to say if there is a challenge or some negative type energy being of a hindrance or distraction, I have my tool. Jessica, pull out your Palo Santos, pull out your white sage, pull out what you need, your white feathers, to clear up the space and tune in. Just the aromatic shift that occurs within your psyche, within your whole being, helps you to realign. And the pressure is off of you of overthinking how things could be perfect when nothing is. If your focus gets caught up on the end product, you may encounter difficulties with the knowing. I know that I'm here. I know that I have so much information to share. And Citrine, even the other stones that I have on the table that are supporting me, the just clear quartz, keeping me open, just the opal that just brings me joy and alignment in that, like keeping me focused on what I desire to get out information about these stones, about this herb for you during this Witchy Wednesday. We are just coming from a full moon in Libra, and the full moon was the pink full moon. A lot of energy on acknowledging yourself and awareness of being honest with yourself and what your self needs to feel good, because it is important that you feel good always, even in the challenges. You slow yourself down, you take a pause, and you reassess. You do not allow the action to paralyze you with fear. Fear will be incorrect enough, you know, or not enough. So that citrine, again, is reminding us to take action, and action is more important than perfection. Citrine helps us release the need to be perfect and opens us up to exploration. And what exploration provides is being progressive, how it offers you to progress in your muchness, if you will. So adhering to the divine timing takes courage and trust. And if we are willing to listen, if we pick up on all of the wisdom from the past and we release perfectionism with the support of the citron stone and a little bit of herb that kind of calms those thoughts down, maybe aligns you or tunes you in a smooth approach to your desires. While I also recommend the necessary smoking tools, or the tools that kind of smoke out if you're not or able to be in a place that allows you to burn smoke. There are plenty of sprays that you can use that support the same purpose. So, beautiful souls, continue to align your creativity. Create your grid of stones that support your divinity, your divine light through meditation, through breath work, through walks, through stone care and support, through song and frequencies. Don't stop doing what you're doing. But please tune in again for another Witchy Wednesday with me here at the Purple Door. Get a little bit of insight and a little smoke to inspire your hump day. Be well. All right, everyone, the affirmation for this week's J and a Gem, which the J of the week is called Doppy Whip. It has a really wild name. It's called Doppy Whip. It's an indica. And again, the stone for the week is citrine. And citrine's affirmation, what I would like to leave you with, like an affirmation that you all can sit with this week as you tune into the energy of citrine or Doppy Whip if you get a chance to go to your local dispensary and are able to procure that. The affirmation is, I release the need to be perfect. I am enough. I released the need to be perfect. I am enough. So if you hold the stone on your solar plexus and lean in and say, I release the need to be perfect. I am enough. Have a beautiful, blessed week, beautiful souls.